Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So right now we're looking at XRP. It's still sitting here under 33 cents. A great buying opportunity in my opinion. So let's take a look at what's going to happen with Flare first. So with the Flare network saying it will need a further 8 weeks of observation period and the ISO 222 starting to get in position for November, October could be likely. They're talking about when you'll get your Spark tokens. So the Flare Songbird claim period ended on June 11, 2021. Flare will be distributed when Flare goes live in September of 2022. And then if we look here, we see it. July 4th is the audit of token distribution contract. July 11th, the mainnet launches in observation mode. Then on September of 2022, 8 weeks after the mainnet launch, distribution of 15% of Flare starts then. Then we see this. This is the roadmap. And we see what's going to happen. We see exactly how this is all going to take place. And by September, everything should be connected. And that's when we start to see big things with Flare, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean we can't move, like XRP can't move to the upside between now and then. It easily can, just in anticipation of what is coming. And then we see this. How is it possible that the students of Morgan State University FinTech Center understand that XRP is a decentralized public blockchain, a public good? But you don't, Gary Gensler. We know what you're doing. Too many secrets. And then we see down here with the XRP ledger. Ripple is a crypto solutions company that transforms how the world moves, manages and tokenizes value to inspire new business models and create more economic opportunities. The XRP ledger, with its native digital asset XRP, is a decentralized public blockchain. The key word in that is also decentralized, because anywhere you go on Twitter, everybody calls XRP centralized garbage. But we know better as XRP holders. The only harm that I have received has been from the actions of the SEC Gov. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson have presented quarterly reports and have openly met with the heads of finance, including the SEC. After I watched a Hyman speech, I used that guidance to find confidence in XRP. And then we see this. Bitcoin Senator Loomis says her crypto bill leaves most SEC oversight intact. Senator Cynthia Loomis joined Decrypt's GM podcast to talk about her crypto regulatory framework would divvy up oversight between the CFTC and the SEC. What you got to understand is most of these senators don't even know what crypto is. They get something dropped on their desk and then they talk about it, because they don't actually look into it. They see Bitcoin. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is. But they don't see the big picture. They don't see what's going on with the SEC versus Ripple case. They know what's coming. I'm sure they have to know what's coming. The new financial system. But yet they don't stand up and say, hey, maybe we need to just get this done and over with already. I honestly don't know what they're waiting on. But Bitcoin gives all crypto a bad name when it comes to politicians. They look at it as a drug dealer's coin, or, some hacker's coin where they could steal millions of dollars from a company. That's what they see when they look at Bitcoin. Other people look at it, other senators, I'm sure, look at it as an investment. They probably made money off of it at some point or another. Who knows? But they need to look at the really big picture. The crypto that we all hold, XRP. The greatest crypto of all time, in my opinion. What if you asked a government agency for help regarding clear rules on crypto regulation? You don't get that from them, but you get sued by that same agency for not working accordingly to the rules you asked them at the first place. In other words, you go there and you say, hey, what's the rules on this? They tell it to you, and then all of a sudden they sue you for using those same rules. So knowing our U.S. government, if a buyback did occur, I can see them offering an all-time high of $3.84 per XRP. That's it. And people sometimes think that way because they're like, the government isn't going to overpay for XRP. Maybe they would peg it to $1 and say it's only worth $1 if they could do that. And the thing is, the buyback makes sense in some ways, and in other ways it doesn't. And I always try to think, well, how is it going to work with the rest of the world? And then we see this. It was an executive order used by the U.S. government in the 1930s to buy back gold at a preset price. Many believe that's the same scenario will be used to buy back XRP from retail investors. Just my opinion, but it seems to be the most logical. And that could also be why people think that way. I'm just more concerned about the XRP that's not in the United States. I can't get past that because I can't see why somebody, say in, I'm sure people in Russia and China own XRP too. You know, anybody could buy it outside of the US. The US was the only place that it seemed to be a problem buying XRP. Now, what would cause them, what would make them want to sell their XRP to the US government? That's the part I have a problem with. So XRP will free up 27 trillion USD of dormant money sitting in the bank's Nostro Vostro accounts, which is only one of a few things Ripple accommodates. And you're still thinking XRP won't go be 4 to 5 digits. On-demand liquidity. And that's what you got to remind yourself of. $27 trillion. And think about the moving that. And people still cannot grasp the fact of XRP ever being worth more than $100 at this point. A lot of people cannot think beyond that. XRP will be the bridge for everything. USD, the euro, the yen, CBDC, derivatives, and Nostro Vostro in a matter of seconds. Quadrillion dollars, all the money. XRP will be the standard. So that's what you got to think about. And then you got to ask yourself, even if the government did want to do a buyback, would you want to sell it? Because you know the price they're going to give you for it is not going to be what it's actually worth. And if you say they force you to sell it back, if you're a U.S. citizen, they can probably come up with a way to do that. But if you're not in the United States, they can't force you to sell it to the United States. And then you got to wonder, what would the price actually go up to if there was a government buyback? Because they're not going to buy back something that isn't worth more. In other words, think about it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give you $100 for this because that's all it's ever going to be worth is that $100. No, they know it's going to be worth 1,000 or 10,000. And they're going to make all the money, and you're not. You're going to get your quick payoff, and that'll be it. See, that's why I can't grasp that whole government buyback thing. I mean, it makes sense in some ways, in other ways it doesn't. And a lot of people will never, ever give up their XRP. A lot of people have a price of at least $10,000. And I don't think the government would be willing to pay that. I think they'd be willing to pay up to $100, and that would be it. But who's to say? Maybe they will peg it to gold and say, hey, it's worth 1 ounce of gold, and that's what we will give you for it, because we need it. But then think about it like this also. In the United States, they could pull an eminent domain and claim your XRP. I don't think any of those scenarios are actually what we're going to be looking at. I think we're going to see $1,000 to $10,000 XRP. Who knows? Maybe even 35,000. That seems to be a very popular number. But what I think is going to happen is they're going to get whatever's in the escrow through the lawsuit, and that's what the U.S. government will hold. They'll probably leave the retail investor alone with whatever they hold, and we'll make our money another way. We don't need the government buyback. We know what XRP is worth. So XRP will get regulatory clarity and close out the year above $20. And that's a very reasonable price. My concern is this. If the new monetary system comes in, the new financial system, and XRP starts moving money, I think $20 will come and go like nothing. I think the price will skyrocket very fast once it starts moving money. And my thinking on that is this. Okay, even if we're not there yet in the United States, like a lot of people say, well, the U.S. isn't going to be on board with this until 2025. The rest of the world's going to start implementing XRP and start using it after November. So the price should start going up then, either way, whether the SEC lawsuit's over or not. No matter what happens, if the rest of the world is already, using it, it should jump in value very quick. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.